Let me take you for a ride, dancing with the lights, our hearts beating like a drum.
Hey guys, this is the Sd875 and Gaming YouTube channel, and today we are going to compare the sd875 versus the Exynos 1080. This is the fight between the mid-range Exynos 1080 versus the flagship sd875. In this year, as we have a lot of different things in this year, the tech world has advanced its position significantly. Both Qualcomm and Samsung are competing each other in the chipset race without wasting any time. So let's get started. The Snapdragon 875 and the Exynos 1080. Both are amazing processors in terms of performance. Both are built on the same 5nm process. We compared the two 8-core processors, the Samsung Exynos 1080 with Mali-G78 MP10 graphics and the Qualcomm Snapdragon 875 with Adreno 660. So let me share you the pros and cons, technical specs and other benchmarks. It is expected that the Snapdragon 875 will be 25% faster than the last year's sd865 Plus. So let's see what are the scores. The CPU scores of both single and multi-score tests are 1080 scores 98, Snapdragon 875 scores 98. Both are the same in the CPU scores. Let's talk about the gaming performance, the GPU performance in games and OpenCL Vulkan. In this case, the Exynos 1080 scores 78, falling behind the Snapdragon 875 scores 100. So sd875 is going to be best for gaming. Let's talk about the battery efficiency of these chips. So the Exynos 1080 scored a 93 and the Snapdragon 870 scored a 98. It seems that the 875 has taken over the Exynos 1080 in the battery. The pros of the Qualcomm Snapdragon 875 are that developers optimize for Snapdragon processors much more than Exynos. And here are the AnTuTu benchmarks. So let's talk about it. The Exynos scored around 93. The Exynos scored around 693,600 points, and the Snapdragon scored around 847,868. So as you can see in the AnTuTu benchmark, also the Snapdragon 875 has literally taken over the Exynos 1080. So let's talk about the CPU configurations. The Exynos 1080 has a 2.8 GHz Cortex A78, 2.6 GHz Cortex A78 and 4x 2.0 GHz Cortex A55. On the other hand, the Snapdragon 875 has a 2.84 GHz X1 processor with 2.42 GHz Cortex A78 core and the 4x 1.8 GHz Cortex A55. Both are octa-core processors. So let's talk about the final decisions. As by the scores, we can determine that the 875 is the winner. We should also keep in mind that the Exynos has performed pretty well on the comparison. Keep in mind that the Exynos is a mid-range processor by Samsung and the Snapdragon 875 is a flagship processor. So in the value segment, the Exynos wins. But talking about the mid-range segment, Qualcomm is also making the 775G, which is extremely fast than the own sd865G. So in my opinion guys, both of these are amazing processors in their own segments, one in the flagship and one in their own budget segment. Let us know in the comment sections. Thanks for watching guys. Stay tuned for more updates. Subscribe to Sd875 and Gaming. Thank you.